make it short and sweet. First of all, what I wanted to do is just give some background. I've been talking to the city manager about this, and I wanted to just make sure that Dan Smith and Raul, who are mentioned in this, business building services and growth management, this is not an attack on you guys. I think that you're in a tough position because you inherited codes of ordinances that have been initiated when we were an unincorporated area in Collier County. And they clearly, some of them are outdated and need to be revised. You also inherited a city infrastructure that is aging, and we're facing redevelopment of structures that were constructed, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And there are new building codes that must be initiated to bring them up to speed. So, you guys have a tough job. The other thing is, you were hired, Dan, to come in and be the new sheriff in town. And I mean, it was clear that people were fed up with the perception that certain contractors, certain developers, certain people were getting, benefits that maybe they weren't entitled to, and that you were brought in to toe the line and enforce the codes. And I think you're doing a good job. So I don't really want this to be perceived in any way as an attack against our staff. However, that said, I mean, I have spoken from my campaign on with the business community, and there are legitimate concerns about, the things that we require in terms of codes and inspections and permits and all that, and the way, the process those things are delivered. And I think the best way to really deal with this is to bring it out into the open and have a discussion and really identify clearly what are the issues for the business community that they feel are barriers to development and redevelopment, and what are our staff's concerns about the way this has all been managed, up to this point, and moving forward, how we can do it better. So I like to have things discussed in the sunshine, in a form of committee. I think Councilor Brecknitz's idea of changing it from a standing committee to an ad hoc committee is a great idea, and it'll sunset at some point. So I don't really want to dwell on the details. They're in there. They're in the white paper. I'd entertain any questions from my colleagues or open it up to the public.